What's up, family? It's your big brother K-Rino. I come sliding in. Let's see, out of right field. I came sliding in out of right field, man. Glad to have y'all with me tonight. As y'all can see the title, this is open topic, which means, y'all got a little rope, a little leeway to talk about whatever you might want to talk about. Please be respectful. I ain't tolerating no childishness and silliness tonight. So if you want to hang around, be grown. Please hit the like button as you come in. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. I've embraced my midnight, late night chat thing, man. Every time I come on here, I tell y'all that I be trying to come on earlier, but I just won't do it. I just won't do it. I won't act right, man. So here we are on the late night again. Here we are on the late night again, y'all. But it's all good. Hit the like button as you come in. I'm going to give y'all a little time before we go into it. Click the like. And also, like I say, this is open topic. So if there's some things that y'all want to talk about or some things y'all want to ask me that y'all would like me to elaborate on, if I have knowledge of it, I will. I got a couple of things in my brain that I do want to go into. So I may jump onto that. I was thinking about Sha'Carri Richardson. I wanted to talk about that. I never have a problem talking about how hypocritical America is, man, and how they like to do black people for doing some of the same things that other people do. It's amazing to me. I see y'all coming in. Clover Show. Hit the like button, man. There's more people than likes. We got to fix that. Let's get that balance. We right here now. Let's get that balance. So if y'all haven't hit the like button, feel free. I see y'all, man. Much love to y'all. Derek Talley say, I ordered my copy of the album. Salute to you, man. Y'all can get the album right now. It won't be shipped for another week. I want to say in about a week we'll start shipping. But you can place your pre-order right now and get a copy of the album, man. I want all those who really rock with me, who really support me, I want all of y'all to go grab the album, go grab this album, go support this project, man. If you say you're down with your big brother, please do that. Straight up. Y'all can let me know where y'all located at as well. Feel free. I will shout out your locations. Because as y'all know I love the diversity, man. Florida's in the building. Eden Selick said it's gonna be a masterpiece. I don't know. That's up to y'all. It's gonna be I appreciate that confidence that you got in me, though. Eden, I appreciate that confidence. Central Oregon, Florida. I see y'all. Opelousas. Drew Green in Opelousas. Was you there, Drew? I feel like I remember. Drew, was you at the meet and greet we did in Opelousas, Drew? Houston, Texas. I see you, Roger. Nepal, G County, dollar bill. Hey, did you like the tracks? How'd you feel about the stuff we did on your beats? I'm talking to the homie Martial Arts right now. Did you approve of the tracks, my brother? Did you approve of what we did with your great work? I appreciate that, Savage Soldier. And Drew Green, God is God. God is God. God is good. Man, thank you, Eden. That's right. That's right. I remember you. I remember Drew's like, ding. That's right, Drew. Phoenix, Arizona in the building. I see you, Lester. Man, appreciate that dollar bill. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something about rappers and producers. Rappers and producers have a unique relationship, and sometimes if a rapper sits down next to a producer and they build something on the spot, they start building a track together on the spot, then we automatically kind of know, okay, we're on the same vibe, the same page. Or if the rapper is spitting a verse, he's spitting a song, and the producer's vibing with him to try to see what feel to put, then you automatically know. But a different dynamic is when a producer sends you tracks in advance, which is what I tend to get a lot. I get a lot of times where producers send me tracks and I'll either have something already like, oh yeah, that fits perfectly with this I already got, or I will build something based on the character and the personality of the beat that the producer sent me. And so when you do it like that, see, if you're not an arrogant artist, if you're not an artist who just feels like, you know, nothing you do is gonna be below. If you have humility as an artist, then you want to make sure that you do justice to the tracks that the producer sent you. See, a producer is just like a writer. He's just writing with music, and they take pride in what they do as a producer, and they don't just want no anything on their beats. You just don't want no anybody. That's why a lot of producers are very selective. I know producers who are very selective even with who they will sell their tracks to. It's like, nah, I ain't selling these beats to him because I know this artist is not gonna do my tracks justice. They're like, nah. Then the other artists say, yeah, okay, I'll rock with them because I know what they put together. So I'm the type of artist that I want to make sure that I do justice to the music that I've been blessed with, because brothers like martial arts, they bless me with tracks. It's like, man, they don't have to do that, so I'm very appreciative, that they bless me with tracks, and I try to make sure that I put songs on there that properly represent the work that they've done. Y'all hit the like button, man. Some of y'all ain't hit that like button. Y'all make sure y'all hit it and quit it. Aaron Noah, you're not late. We just getting started. We ain't even started. We're not even 10 minutes in, so you right on time, man. Yeah, I see y'all coming in. This is open topic, so if there's anything y'all want to discuss, Drew Green say he's been a fan since COD. So you going back to 1990. That's 30 years ago. 31 years ago, man. I mean, you've been rocking with your big brother for a long time, man. The album is done. The album is already sent to manufacturing. And for those who don't understand that process, it's basically like, hey, man, look, when you record an album, you get the final master recording of it, then you ship it out to a manufacturer who presses up the CDs in the form that we know them, make them look like this. Then they ship them back to us, and then we ship them out to y'all. It's just, they all over the place. Christopher Grant, the album will be shipped in like a week. So the album drops in a week or so digitally. It'll probably drop in about a week or so on all of the digital platforms as well, on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon and Google Play and Tidal and all those different entities that put the music out digitally. So however you want to get it, but if you want to pre-order the actual physical copy where you can read the insert and find out who produced the tracks, find out, read the inside insert, you want to do that, then you go to southparkcoalition.net, which is in the y'all can see the information on the link. Low the Truth, I appreciate you for responding to the call. You know, I'll be last minute with my lives, y'all, and I know that's kind of jacked up sometimes. I mean, but again, I gotta say this every time I come on, man. I just move when the spirit moved me to get on. You know, I don't really always plan my lives like I'm gonna go live at and tomorrow at 4 p.m. I don't really do it like that. I can be sitting around with no intention of going live, and then I may see something, read something, hear something, scroll down, have a conversation with somebody, and then be like, I want to talk about that. Angie Wise, what's going on, Angie Wise? How you doing, sis? Good to see you again. Always shout out to all my loyal, consistent supporters who always come on here every time and show love. Drew Green says, love our shirts. Me and my wife will wear our shirts on. Man, that's what's up, man. Strength and knowledge. I appreciate everybody who rock. See, y'all be fooling me. I'm telling you, y'all are not gonna keep tricking me. Y'all always ask me to print up shirts. Then when I print up shirts, y'all don't buy them. See, y'all didn't give me this time. Shout out to Drew and all the people in Opelousas who showed up. But all y'all who be talking about print up some shirts, then I print it, and y'all don't support them. Y'all didn't give me this time because I only printed up a few, and they are only print on demand, print on purchase. So if you want to get the strength and knowledge shirts, you got to actually order it. Is the link in the description, Cadillac? I thought I put the link to where you can pre-order the album. I thought I put it on there, but if it's not showing on there, then Cadillac, you can go to South Park, like the cartoon, southparkcoalition.net. And when you get on the website, just click music store, and then you'll be able to pre-order the album. Shout out to everybody who already has pre-ordered the album. I appreciate y'all, man. Straight up. Much love, Angie. South in the building. Roderick, first question of the night. Thank you, brother. You asked me what's my perspective on the Cosby situation. I did a video on the Bill Cosby thing yesterday. So go through my most recent videos, and you'll see I talked about the Bill Cosby situation. A lot of people are up and down with. A lot of people are like happy and celebrating. A lot of people are upset. A lot of people are still condemning him. A lot of people are saying, see, justice came back to serve in this proper way, you know. So it's all about how you look at it, man. I just know that black people get railroaded in this system since there ever was a system, and it's always three sides to a story, two sides, sometimes three. But yeah, check out the video that I posted on there. Savage Soldier Music says, what's your view on Eminem? In terms of what? I mean, when you ask me what's my view on Eminem, what do you mean? Like, and I mean, be more specific in the question, and I will definitely answer your question to the best of my ability, Mr. Savage Soldier. Paez, that Paez? A Paezi? A funny question here, which I always wanted to ask. Would you collab with Eminem? I'm getting a lot of Eminem questions. Would you collab with Eminem despite what happened in the past? I want people to understand something. That song I made back then, that was a defense to black women. That was a defense to black women. I didn't appreciate him saying those things he said about black women. That does not take away from him as an artist, because he's a phenomenal lyricist. He's a very successful artist, a very successful lyricist, and he's one of the greats. That can't be denied. If you deny that, then you're either just not really having a full comprehension on the depths of what a great lyricist is, or it's just not your style, not your taste. It's all right if somebody said, well, man, I just ain't fitting them. You know, that's cool. People say that about me. But when you talk about um, coming into a culture, coming into this culture, and then disrespecting the black woman, that's intolerable, you know. And so that was my perspective on it, and that's my hope. Hopefully, I answered your question. It's not my place to say who sold out. See, look, this is the thing about when people say somebody sold out. People are always gonna say that. People are gonna always say that because what happens is when you got an artist who starts off in the underground or kind of starts in the grassroots level, and then they have that small following, and not many people know about them, but you were one of the first to kind of get up on them. You feel a closeness and a connection, like you got a well-kept secret that don't nobody know about. And then as they start to rise up and start to get more known and more famous, then they get into the mainstream, they sign with a major label, you start seeing them on videos and on TV shows and soda commercials, and then you say they sold out. And my thing on selling out is not necessarily based on if you start to embrace uh, endorsements and things that can increase your net worth. It's not necessarily about that. It's about the compromising of your message. If you allow your message and yourself to be compromised, and you allow yourself to be muzzled because of the money, then you sold out. So if somebody said somebody sold out, they would have to be more detailed and give me an understanding. So I would say, why do you say that this person sold out? And then when they give me their reason, I'm like, okay, well, I feel where you're coming from. But if I look at it from a standpoint of like, nah, I mean, he get his money now, but his subject matter is still the same. I'm in general, I'm not talking about anybody specifically. His subject matter is still the same. He just getting his money now. He did a McDonald's commercial or whatever. But some people might say you selling out based on what type of products you endorse. Now I can't agree to that, because that would be like me doing a freaking cigarette commercial. They come out with a commercial for some cigarettes, and I'm on a, yeah, man, when I'm stressed out, I usually smoke. You know, and I'm endorsing, and y'all know how I've been rapping and talking about all this stuff all these years. Then you can legitimately say, "Oh man, that dude sold out." So the Unloved said, "Did you watch the BET Awards?" No, sir, I did not watch the BET Awards. I can't watch that stuff no more. They have let it go straight to hell in a handbasket. It's too much debauchery going on, man. Too much sick, um, anti-natural crap taking place that I just don't rock with on these award shows. And when they doing it on purpose, they are blasting that stuff in our face and in our children's face, more importantly. So nah, I can't watch it. Even times where I would watch the award shows, I would watch them because back in the days, you watched it because it was legitimately every artist on there was a good, true, pure artist. But in recent years, when they started adding all the crap to it, but every now and then they might do a Lifetime Achievement Award. They might have a legend on there that I appreciate and admire, and I want to listen and see their performance or see them get this award. But I'll watch that and then I'm out. Because again, if you watch too long, that's the problem. You can be watching it, but if you watch too long, you're gonna see something that disgusts you. It's just like, oh man. You're gonna see something that you can't unsee. You can't unsee it. And once you see it, even if you tell, oh man, I gotta turn this, like, you can't, I already saw it. So I can't talk about that crap. I can't watch that nonsense, man. I can't watch that nonsense, man. Let me catch somebody that I missed, y'all. Hit the like button, man. Y'all are way, these likes are way under the amount of people that we got up in there, man. Let me see. See if anything got missed. Somebody asked me, who is this? EBM Full Moon. When was the last time you and Gangsta Nip collab? And has he still been dropped? Yeah, man, come on. Y'all got to get up on this new Nip. Subscribe. Go to Nip's YouTube channel. It's The Real Gangsta Nip. DARAREAL Gangsta Nip. The Real Gangsta Nip. He's on his YouTube channel all the time. And he's been dropping a lot of new music in the past few years. Nip got a lot of new stuff that I can guarantee y'all that y'all ain't up on. So go subscribe to his channel and you'll see all of the projects that he's been dropping, man. Nip ain't lost a step. Nip is harder now than he was back then. He's layered. He's more layered. He's deeper than he ever was. And of course, you know, that's my brother. You know, me and Nip will collab at any moment, just like me and Point Blank, me and Klondike Cat, me and whoever in the South Park Coalition, you know. William Serby. Getting a lot of Eminem questions tonight. Yeah, I mean, lyrically, he's one of the greats to ever do it. You can't deny that. Come on, man. I mean, as an artist who does this, you know when you hear another dope lyricist, you know. I can go back, man. When I first heard Cool G rap, when I first heard Rakim, Kane, guys like that, KRS-One, it's like, oh, it's like, you hear a guy like Black Thought, you hear a guy like Killer Priest, you got all these dope lyricists, it's just like, these dudes next level. You know, you give it up. See, you don't have any envy or you give it up. It's like, whoa, yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, you get credit where it's due, man. Jay Electronica, would you say I would want to hear you do a song with Jay Electronica? Yeah, Jay Electronica, that's another one. I met Jay Electronica one time. I met him at Savior's Day in Detroit, Michigan. Cool brother, down to earth, humble brother. And that's what I rock with. I rock with people who have humility, who are humble. If you full of yourself and you think you're too good to chop it up with the people, with the regular man, the regular woman, I don't rock with people like that. I don't like arrogant, stuck up people who are full of themselves. I'm gonna make a video about that. You know. See what y'all talking about. All right. I'm missing some stuff, so y'all just ride with me. I want to make sure that I don't miss none of y'all. This is open topic, man, so y'all got something to holler at me about, feel free. When would a digital copy of the album be available? About a week. About a week, Stephen. Derek Mallory in the building, my brother. Man. Christopher Grant says, he's speaking to me. He says that my music will never be mainstream. Too much truth. And, you know, that's a possibility. You know, I mean, I accepted my fate probably decades ago. I accepted my fate a long time because I understand I understand whose system this is. I know who this system belongs to. So one of the mistakes we make as artists, Murder Master Music Show in the building. Salute to you, my brothers, man. One of the greatest rap shows, man, of all time, in my opinion, man. Keeping it real, never changed up, never switched up. Much love to y'all, man. To the homie Scott Beta. Yeah, and all those on who rock with Scott, all those who work on the show. Yeah, a lot of the mistake a lot of artists make that are so-called underground artists. Some of these underground artists, they only underground because they don't have another choice. They feel as though, hey, well, I'm gonna rock this thing out because I haven't broke through yet. But in the first opportunity that some of them get to sell out, like we was talking about earlier, they will in a heartbeat. They'll sell out in a minute. But there are other artists who don't have it in their heart to sell out, but they're kind of confused in their thinking because they're still trying to go through those channels. They're still trying to get a record deal. They're still trying to get in those elite entities and say, well, I want to do this. I want to do this. They're not going to ever let you in those doors with that message. See, you're not going to be able to be talking about how dirty and slimy the government is and how dirty and slimy the police force and the judicial system and the educational system. And you're not going to be able to do that. Corporate America, you're not going to be able to smash on them like that and then turn around and say, well, you know, I would like to get an endorsement. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, it might happen if you slip through the cracks. They don't know who you are yet. You might pop them one time, then they'll find out later, man, we gave this cat $1 million and he's talking about, he supports Colin Kaepernick. He supports Farrakhan. No, too late. Too late. I got your money. You know, but sometimes those artists, those conscious artists, they are confused and they're like, man, why can't I just do? Because you speaking against the machine. You doing good. You doing right for yourself. You're good. Quit trying to beg your way in. You fine. You got to make a choice. So you can't be able to straddle that fence. You're not gonna be able to do it. You got to pick. You got to choose. I'm gonna either ride against this system and ride for the people, or I'm gonna try to rub elbows with these corporate devils and kiss their butt and let them connect them strings to my arm. Yeah, hook this one up right here. All right, we got this one right here. And I'm gonna sing and dance and play the game. You gotta make it, pick your choice. Not gonna happen. Young Prodigy 7, appreciate the love, appreciate the donation, man. Appreciate the love. One can never be too humble in this world. Yeah. You have to have humility even when you know that you're a monster. You conceal it. Roger said you can't serve two masters. But many of us try. Many of us try. Let me see something. Hold on. Now, Jonathan, I see you. Jonathan said, I'm not in my feelings. I just figured with the low amount of people in the chat, I'll get a response. I didn't see. Did you ask me a question, Jonathan? If you asked me a question, repeat it. And I got you on my radar. You said, I genuinely want to know why he switched up so fast. Why who switched up so fast? And switched up about what? Where is the Kambata collab, K? Man, I'm going to call Kambata tomorrow. I'm going to make my word bond. I hope his number haven't changed. Cause I know he looking at me like, man, this dude here, man. That's how I would be thinking. I'll be like, man, this dude don't want to do that, man. So I'm gonna call that brother tomorrow. That's another guy I forgot to mention. Just one of the greats, man. And it's amazing how people like Cambada and other great lyricists like that, the people who know and love them, they know and love them. But it's far more people who should know them. But y'all ain't gonna like this. But when I say this, y'all may not like it. I blame y'all for that. Because the people, and not those who, the people who say they really support the underground artists like a Cambada and like others, man, it's more of us than them. And when I say us, I'm putting all us together with y'all. It's more of us than them, or just as many as us in that mainstream pool, to where we can lift up these great underground artists. Let me see what Jonathan was talking about. Let me see. What I'm waiting on your question, Jonathan. Let me see. Oh, Jonathan, you shooting slugs. Let me see. Let me see. I'll wait on your question before I get into that. What it do? Grand Deception. Appreciate that, man. All right. Joe H. Good music can be real hard to find. You know, and I agree with that a little, but not 100%, because with the internet, man, with the internet, you stumble across somebody that's great. You'll stumble across somebody that's truly great, man. You will. And be like, man, where did this dude come from? Where did this cat come from, man? It's like, my gosh. And then you'll check him out and you'll look up and research him and be like, this dude been around for 15, 20 years. He'd be like, man, like, I've been sleeping on this cat for all these years. Because another thing we have to also factor in is that the industry suppresses those kind of artists. They suppress them. It's like, it's not like it used to be where a conscious artist, or see, a lot of this stuff is not, in terms of how the industry looks at it, it's not marketable. It's not marketable. Angie Wise. Angie, your timing is so good. Angie said, Sensitive Male. It's a great song. I got a song called Sensitive Male. We got a couple in the chat tonight. But you know, I allow people to respectfully voice their opinion as long as it stays respectful. That's cool. But your timing is, well, that's why I rock with you, Angie. Sensitive males. It ain't nothing worse than a sensitive, soft-hearted, in their feelings male. Where y'all come from? Who raised y'all, man? You're not talking to me. Who raised y'all, man? Marty Marr, my brother. How do you feel about A Long Short Way? Your timing, Marty, you another one. Your timing is so great, brother. And you know you my homeboy, so you know it's different with us. Your timing is great. A Long Short Way was the last project I did with my brother Big Puff on PUD Empire. Y'all go to PUD Empire right now and purchase a copy of A Long Short Way, or you can get it on all the digital sites as well. And we just dropped some vinyl. Go get the vinyl version of A Long Short Way. Let me tell you about A Long Short Way. A lot of white people didn't like that album. And I'm going to tell you why. See, I'm a straight shooter. So we're gonna speak straight word. It's open topic tonight. See, when y'all be hitting me with this type of stuff, but when I got a subject and I don't talk about it because I'm sticking to my subject, tonight is your night. See, a lot of white people didn't like that album because they had a problem with a lot of the conscious historical racial topics that I dealt with on that album. Things like police brutality, things like civil rights movement, things like slavery. See, they don't like when I talk about that. They like to keep me in a box. Not all white people, because I got a lot of white fans that rock with me, and we like solid. And I appreciate them and got nothing but respect. But there's some that have that privileged mentality that feel like, I discovered your music however I discovered it, and I like the songs I like, and by that token, you should always rap the way I heard you rap in the beginning, and you should never stray from that, but you don't really know me. Go back far enough. You see, I've been on it and gonna stay on it. You can't monitor and dictate and police my subject matter and tell me that you don't want me to. You talked about too much slavery on that album. You talked about too much blackness on that album. Yeah, sure did. And your point? Did I tell a lie on that album? That's what you should be worried about. You should be asking the question, did he lie on that album? Was any of the stuff he said on that album a lie? Was he making up stuff? Nah. I spoke history. I spoke historical facts on that album. So why would you have a problem with truth? If I asked you, hey man, are you a person who subscribes to the truth? Are you a person who feels as though it's important for actual history, true history, to be exposed and revealed to all people in the world? If I asked you that, you'd probably say yeah. But you want me to rap the way you want me to rap. Because you heard another album or another song or some other songs where I might have not been on that. I was doing some other stuff. So Marty Marr, my brother, you asked a great question. You always on time. Yeah, they want to get mad. Look at the album cover to Long Short Way. Look at the cover. Don't look at me. Don't look at me standing there. Look behind me and look at the cover. That'll tell you the concept and the theme of that project. That's what we was on. So if that was an issue with you, and then it seems though that y'all have an issue when black people start trying to wake up other black people. I don't like that. Hey man, stay neutral, man. Don't touch on that. Then they'll say, well, you know, he's race baiting. He's being divisive. I have no power to race bait because it's stupid. That's a dumb phrase in the first place. What do you mean race bait? What am I baiting? Nobody had to bait America into the racism that they carry out. Who baited them? That's just natural. So I don't have to do no baiting. The baiting already been done. And the division has already been done since day one. So what are you talking about? You can't put that on me. That lightweight crap don't work on me. See? So yeah, read the room. I missed a lot of y'all because I talked about that a little longer than I might should have. Let me see. Hold on, let me get my shout outs, man. The Unloved, I appreciate the donation, man. Charleston, South Carolina, checking in. Keep doing what you're doing. Inspire a lot of people. Man, God is great. Praise be to Allah. I appreciate the love, the unloved. You loved by your big brother. You ain't unloved, brother. Number 2 Pencil. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the donation. How do I buy all your albums in one download? Man, I don't really know. Go to iTunes. You probably have to do it digitally and just go down the line and just grab everything You know, try iTunes and some of those digital sites, but try iTunes. That would be my guess. Let's see. Jason Hughes, appreciate the love. Say F the industry. Yeah, you make your own industry, man. I don't have any problem with anybody who tries to get involved in the music industry, but my advice to you is do it. If you're gonna do it on your terms. Do it on your terms. Don't do it on their terms. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, well, man, if I try to do it on my terms, I'm a new artist. I ain't got no pull. They could take me or leave me. Well, let them leave you. Because in the long run, you're gonna give so much of yourself. You're gonna compromise so much of yourself, man. It's crazy, man. You're gonna give so much of yourself that you don't want to give. It's crazy. Let's see what y'all talking about on here, man. All right. I don't want to miss nobody. JD, the boy JD was a friend of mine. What's up, my brother? Fort Worth in the building. JoJo Hip Hop Spot. Yeah, see, like again, a long, short way. I ain't tripping. I'm just being real. Only people had a problem with that album was some white people. They had a problem with that album because they want to keep. I ain't gonna say the N word, but they want to keep a black boy. They want to keep a black boy in his place. Don't talk about race. But racism is all around me every day, all around us every day. We watching black people getting killed by white police every day. We watching black people getting hung by this injustice system every day. But we not supposed to talk about. Stick to rapping how I want you to rap. You rap how I want you to rap. If you say anything about the injustices that are being carried out against black people, I'm gonna call you a racist. Be for real, man. Let's see what we got. KSUE say, I'm white. I love your content, but I'm not average white. Look, man, if you a person, if you love the truth ain't got no color to it. See, I haven't been taught like that. That's how other people think I've been taught. See, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, speak the truth no matter who or what. So even if I gotta say something about us as black people, that's what I gotta do. How many songs do I have? See, I got some of my real riders in here tonight. How many of y'all have heard me on songs where I'm scolding and disciplining black people for the messed up stuff that we do to each other? How many of y'all have heard me do that on songs? If you heard me get on us, just give me a peace sign or a yeah or 100 or whatever. If you've heard me check us while people talk about, he's talking about race too much, you don't listen to my music. That's right, Dollar Bill, and I ain't apologize. Bro, I wish I had my hat. Bro, I'm unapologetically black. I'm black to the bone. But me being black is not an attack on nobody else. See? Me being black is not an attack on nobody else. Me loving my blackness is not an attack on nobody else. Me loving black people is not an attack on nobody else. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Yeah. All right. Who we got? Mr. Hard Times in the building. SL. SL said, what are your thoughts on the Moors? I don't have no issue with the Moors. I mean, only thing I'll say, and this is not nothing disrespectful to the Moors or anybody else or the Hebrew Israelites or anybody, because I respect all of those brothers and sisters. I just wish that we would focus more on uplifting Black people as opposed to not everybody, not all of y'all, but as opposed to always wanting to debate with other Black people who have different ideologies and different views on things. Let's spend our time resurrecting our people, and then we could sort out all of those other details once we free. That's my take on it. All right, Jonathan, you finally asked a question. K, are you done with the flawed technology type of music? Is it basically going to be don't shoot videos for the rest of your career? I don't do 100% don't shoot videos all the time, but if I did, in this society, it would be, look, I do what's warranted. See, you as, I'm assuming a white guy, you don't want to hear about the struggles and the police brutality that Black people undergo because it doesn't affect you. So you don't give a crap. You could care less about that. Doesn't bother you nothing. Like, hey man, y'all quit talking about that. Yeah, but they're killing us. So what? I want to hear you rap the way I want to hear you rap. See? So you're trying to take me and place me where you want me to be, but my people need me. My people need me to talk about the stuff I talk about. So my advice to you, and I say this respectfully, if you want to just hear those kind of songs from me, go listen to those kind of songs that I do. I got other songs that may fit into the box that you want to put me in, but you're not gonna make me feel no kind of way or check me into saying, well, you know what, maybe I should. No. This is what you should do. If you want me to stop rapping about that type of stuff, about Blacks getting killed by police and all that, you need to get with your white police officers and your neighbors, and y'all need to do something to convince these racist white police officers, these racist white judges from doing the things they do to Black people. If you're tired of hearing me talk about that type of stuff. Make sense? All right. What's up, Tiffany French? How you doing, Tiff? Let me know where you're from, Tiff. I never saw you before. Anybody that's their first time on here, shout it out and let me know if it's your first time, because I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you. The Last Dragon, do you see yourself making a Grand Deception Part 2? See, here's the thing. I've done a Grand Deception Part 2 just in different types. Look, I've done, Jonathan just mentioned, flawed technology. I've done Hidden Agenda. I've done The Serpent. I've done so many songs since Grand Deception, Lifting the Veil. I've done so many songs like that since then. But at the end of the day, there are issues that come along that there's times to go back and drop seeds of knowledge and reveal things that had already been in place to speak on those types of things on songs. There are times to do that. But then there are current situations that are affecting us right now. Well, I got to put that to the side for right now. I got to put that other stuff to the side, and I got to deal with what we're going through right now. That's it. So, yeah. I'll always make songs where I try to enlighten and teach the things that I've learned. But it's funny because people will say, and I'm not talking about you, but people will say, well, man, you got to make more Grand Deception songs and songs like that, man. That's when you was really dropping it on. But then some of those same people will say, well, man, you know, I don't want to hear all this black talk, black this, black that. You always talking about Farrakhan and Elijah Muhammad. Who you think I learned it from? Everything I talked about in Grand Deception was from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, stuff that I learned sitting in a mosque in the Nation of Islam, that a minister in the Nation of Islam taught me. Minister Abdul Halim Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan. So y'all don't even know. So yo, man, well, Grand Deception, man. Y'all think I was born knowing this? Y'all think I learned it in school? Didn't learn it in school. Definitely didn't learn it in school. So how did I learn this? How do I know all this stuff that I'm talking about? How did I know it? I had a revelation one night. I was just laying in bed and all of a sudden, all this knowledge just rained down into me and I started just writing. Nah. The same people that y'all say are racist, haters, race baiters, divisive, these same people are the ones who taught me the knowledge that I write about in those songs that y'all claim y'all love me for so much. Let's just be real. See? Now what you're going to think? Oh, well, I'm not going to listen to that song anymore. See? Truth is the truth. Y'all didn't know where that truth came from. Except for unless I mentioned it. At the end of Lifting the Veil, what did I say? I say, oh yeah, and it's a man named Elijah Muhammad. Y'all might want to listen to him, whatever I say, however I phrase it. But go listen to that song. See? Roger said if they put their hate aside, they learn some truth. Yeah, they'll learn some truth. But here's the deal, Roger. They want to make me do what they want me to do. You don't get to do that. As a new black man, I'm not one of them black men from the past that you can just pick up and move where you want to move them. I say what I want to say. And I say what I feel like my people need to hear. And it's for everybody. If you take it. Shout out to the OG Willie Bird in the building, man. Willie Bird, man. Fundy legend. Hey, Willie, Willie Bird, you ain't just a fundy legend, bro. You an H-Town basketball legend, bro. We can't just put you in a fundy bubble because you done kill cats at fundy, outside of fundy, in this gym, that park, in college. So man, you just a basketball legend, period, bro. All them buckets you done gave me over the years. Just call it for what it is. See? K-Base 85 says he literally has a song called Elijah. I got a song called Elijah. Who do you think I'm talking about? Elijah Wood? I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad. So let's go on and put it out tonight then. Hey, this open topic. All them songs y'all praise me for. Where do you think I got that information from? Telling you where I got it from. So you done already bear witness to the truth before you even know where it came from. Now you're going to stop liking? You're going to be a hypocrite now? And stop liking it? See? The bottom line is this. I'm a free black man. I ain't on no record label. There are no executives that can call me into an office and tell me what songs I need to change, what words I need to take out and all that. I'm free. I can say whatever I want to say on my music, and I do. And I don't care if you don't like it, then guess what? There's at least, how many rappers y'all think exist in the world that actually put music out? A million? I don't know if it's a million rappers who put music out. It might be a million people that rap. 500,000-600,000 rappers that put records out. You got a lot to choose from. You got a lot to choose from. But I'm free. And I'm the last person that you can tell. Well, I'm one of the last. I know it's more. I'm one of the last people. So you make a mistake if you think that you can try to tell me what I should be talking about, what you prefer me to rap about. You think you can tell me what you prefer me to rap about and I'm gonna do it? Let me introduce you to myself. Let me formally introduce myself to you tonight. If I make a song you ain't feeling, skip to the next one. You ain't feeling that next one? Skip to the next one and keep skipping till you skip all the way to another CD. You can just skip. Mike Nasri said, what do you think about Immortal Technique? I think that Immortal Technique is one of the realest, most, what's the word? He's the real deal, man. He ain't just a dude that be talking all that conscious talk and then you never see him on boots on the ground. He's a boots on the ground revolutionary. He's bigger than a rapper. He's a true revolutionary. He's the dude that'll go to another country, a poor country, and will be donating food and supplies to him. He's the dude who sees struggle and oppression and he goes to it and addresses the need. He's the dude who came after Hurricane Harvey hit. He contacted me and said, man, what can we do? And he set up a concert in San Antonio. I'm telling you what Immortal Technique did. He'll never say this himself. He set up a concert in San Antonio, Texas, a relief concert for Hurricane Harvey. Back in 2017 is when it hit, and gave away all of the money that was made at the concert to hurricane relief. Now, the difference is he actually gave the money away. I ain't talking about J.J. Watt, who raised $37 million and don't nobody know where the money at. $37 million for so-called Hurricane Harvey relief, and nobody knows where the money's at. Because I know the hood didn't see no J.J. Watt money. Nobody in the hood saw no J.J. Watt money. Anybody in the hood that can say in Houston, Texas, or in Texas, anybody that was affected by Harvey, raise your hand if you can say, well, yeah, my roof got fixed because of I got some of the J.J. Watt money. Raise your hand. Let me put my hand down because I can't say it. But I know for a fact that Immortal Technique threw a concert in San Antonio, Texas, because I was on the concert. And they raised, I ain't gonna say the amount they raised, but they raised a lot of money. And the next day after the concert, he came to Houston, met with me and met with other different organizations throughout the city and broke that money up and gave that money away in chunks to different organizations in the city. I'm telling you, this is a God honest fact. That's what Immortal Technique did. So if he won't ever say it, because the good ones don't brag on themselves, but other people will. See? Roderick say, I'm in Houston. You ain't get a dime of that JJ Watt money. See what we got, man. That underground flavor. Who do you think is the biggest sellout in hip hop? I can't answer that question really, because I mean, it's not my place to judge that. And if I did have a person in my mind that I felt like that, it wouldn't be cool for me to just attack that person out of the blue like that. Are there some sellouts? Yeah, in my opinion, yeah. I would say yeah, but you know, I wouldn't throw nobody under the bus like that, you know. And if you're talking about sellouts in the music industry, right? A sellout in the music industry is far less damaging or dangerous than a sellout within our community. See, if a dude sells out in music, the dude just is in music and he's a sellout, that's on him. It don't affect me none. Doesn't affect the people any necessarily. You know, people may be disappointed or whatever, but it's not gonna affect us compared to if one of these politicians rise up in the ranks, make us think he's really with us or she's really with us, and then they sell us out. Then it affects us based on policy, based on lies and things that are detrimental to us as a community. That's far more dangerous than some rapper selling out. And I would call their name, I would call them out if it came down to it. Now, if a rapper did something outside of it, he stepped outside of the realm of music and he involved himself in something that affects community, affects our society and our economy, then and he betrays us, then that's a different ball game. But I ain't worried about no rapper. Look, if you wanna sell out, that's on you. The biggest issue that I have with a lot of rappers, and I'm still careful to not be judgmental, because I've been there. So the biggest issue that I have, I would say with us, is that we have to make sure that we are not selling out from the standpoint of speaking a bunch of negativity in our music that influences people to go down the wrong roads, that can get them killed, that can get them in prison, that can get them strung out on dope because of the music we making, and it's motivating them to do stupid stuff. That's a sellout too. That's the kind of sellout we don't really talk about. See? Because we call that keeping it real. Oh man, he keeping it real. He come from that life. He bring. No, you selling out. It's like if a person don't rap, but he out there selling dope, pimping women, and to an extent, he's selling out. But to a further extent, okay, what has society put him in position to do? What other options has society given him? And if we can't replace his hustle with nothing, then we can't judge it. Appreciate your K-Top. I saw your post. Appreciate the pre-order. Y'all go pre-order my album. If you haven't pre-ordered a new album, you can do it right now. If you still want to get a physical copy, A Blessing and a Burden, go to southparkcoalition.net right now and get the album. We'll be shipping them out this week, man. Plain and simple. Angie said, rappers unite. You want to start beef. You want him to drop a name. You want him to be typical. He's not that. Angie, and you the real MVP. All right. Who we got? If we're all equal according to the Constitution, then why do they ask you to claim an ethnicity? If you ask me, that's the main method of division. Well, first of all, we're not all equal according to the Constitution. The people who wrote the Constitution were racist slave owners. They did not view anyone to be their equal. See? When you purchase human beings as property, sell them, buy them as property, use them to work your fields, to build your infrastructure, and all these different things that happen. And when you steal land from the Mexicans and then the Indians and all of the things, that's what created the division. That's the divisiveness right there. People who are minding their own business and all of a sudden just get jacked out of nowhere. But they don't want to talk about that. K-Love. Because you know what they'll say? Oh, that was a long time ago, man. Y'all, come on. No excuses, man. You should be able to stand up on your own. There's no such thing. It's people that still say there's no such thing as racism. Jesse Lee Peterson followers. Oops, I just said a name. What's up, Suzette? It was great to meet you in Opelousas, you and your husband. Much love to everybody who came out. Opelousas show big love, man. Opelousas, Louisiana, man. Big love. Jonathan, I can't do you tonight, Jonathan. JoJo Hip Hop Spot, salute to you, man. Appreciate the order, man. Appreciate that. Jonathan, let me address this point for you because you make a good point, right? You say Zionist and white people, it's a big difference. Well, in different sectors and in the ideologies, yeah, okay. The Zionists have an agenda that all white people may not necessarily have. So yeah, you're right. But which leads to me having to deal with why I deal with trying to elevate the minds of my people. Can't be mad at me because I'm trying to uplift my people. Yeah. Well, you said you don't think that introducing race helps. I didn't introduce it. It was introduced to me. Racism was introduced to us. So we got to correct that. 6G TV, I am mixed and all my brothers are mixed. So we got a gumbo family. When you grow up mixed, you just look at people for who they are. A sucker can come in any color. And I 100% agree with you, 6G. And that's where people make the mistake. See? It's not about color. But we have to discuss what was done, and we have to discuss history, and in the discussion of history, race is a factor because individuals of certain races did certain things to certain members of other races that have to be addressed. So these things can't be swept under the rug. But yeah, I would agree with you because at the end of the day, man and woman will be judged on their actions, not their skin color. Guess who taught me that? Elijah Muhammad. Yeah, I'm coming back, Drew. We got to come back to Opelousas. Opelousas showed love. We done hit up a lot of cities that showed us love. Austin showed love. San Antonio, big love. Corpus, y'all kind of let us down. Corpus, man, I just knew Corpus was gonna come out and show love. Corpus dropped the ball on us, man. Brother Christopher X said we have to attack and destroy the mindset. And attack and destroy the mindset within black people. We don't sit around dwelling on white folks all the time. Racist, evil white folks. We don't sit around dwelling on them all the time. We spend the majority of our time trying to get us right. Because a mindset has been implemented into us that makes us act other than ourselves. So Brother Chris always coming in, boy. Boy, you like a I can't describe what you like to me, brother, when you come in on these lives. You like a force, like a wave of an army just coming behind, like, yeah, I got you. Hellraiser says slide to the bay. Where about in the bay you at, man? You in Oakland, Frisco? So y'all understanding this bad because you are moved by emotion. You're not moved by mathematics and science and exact and history. Y'all not moved by that because you hear that. You hear science and math. You hear precision and you get in your feelings because the facts may condemn members of your race. If you didn't do it, you shouldn't be tripping. If you don't feel that way, you shouldn't be tripping. So why is it that certain white people get real up in arms when he's talking about freeing the minds of black people? He's talking about black unity, collective economics among black people, and circulating the black dollar within the black community. Why did that bother you? Why did that scare you? We ain't bothering nobody. We trying to get us together. Y'all peeking over like what they doing. Man, I'm done, man. I'm done, man. Let's talk about something else. Raised in Oakland, currently reside in Frisco. Man, I love to come out there. We like to come to where we know we'll have a solid core fan base that are gonna be there. You know, because we respect you. We respect all individuals, but we don't want to come somewhere and it's just you and 3 or 4 of your homies, you know what I'm saying? We love and respect, but we want to make sure that we come to a city that it is a SPC city, that we do have a strong following there, or a strong enough following, you know, for it to be respectful, a respectful visit, you know. Blessing in the Burden release. You can go order it right now. Go to southparkcoalition.net, get the album right now. 15 tracks. And I got a follow-up album coming in about 3 months. The follow-up album will be really, 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 I'm going into some deeper stuff on the follow-up album. Appreciate the love. See, I already ordered. The follow-up album, I will go into deeper depths on a lot of topics. This album, A Blessing and a Burden, think about the title. Think about the title. All right. Let me see. Kenneth Young, humans don't have it together. We should unite all human beings and races. This planet is doomed. Well, that sounds good in theory, Kenneth. We've been trying to unite for the longest, but it's hard to unite with someone who wants to kill you, who hates your very existence. That's a mistake we made back in the civil rights days. We tried to sit in their restaurants and we tried to pray and sing to them, and you can't unite with an enemy. They don't want to unite. They either want to own you and control you, and if they can't, they want to kill you. Plain and simple. So in theory, that sounds good. We should all just come together and okay, yeah, and sounds good, but it's not that simple. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad says, okay, black people, y'all see they killing y'all, they have no love. Y'all go unite. Separate, y'all unite with each other. Build up your own. Ain't nobody mad at the Asians. If you live in a major city in America, I guarantee you there's a Chinatown. Tell me I'm lying. I don't never hear nobody mad at the Asians for Chinatown. Never. But the minute black people start saying, man, we need to separate and establish our own, we need our own banks, our own, what are y'all? Come on, man. See? If we unify with each other as black people, hey, y'all ain't gotta worry about us no more. But y'all see, it's like some white people, y'all are so worried about what we doing. And you want to control our narrative and our moves and you want to monitor us and keep us under wraps and underfoot so bad. Why? Why is that in your nature to do that? I'm trying to figure it out. You hate us, but you don't want to leave. You don't want us to leave. We ain't trying to be in this abusive marriage no more, man. This is an abusive marriage. We tired of y'all pushing us down the stairs and then we got to go to work and say, oh, I failed. We want a divorce. You know, Roger, that's probably what it is. See, the elites at the top, they know who we are. Roger say, because we're God's people. God's chosen people. And they know that. They trying to steal our birthright. Why do you care? Why do you care? Why does it bother you that we trying to uplift our own people? Why is that only a problem with the black man and with the brown man? Y'all get mad. See? Big Wig, what's up, Big Wig? Thank you, man, for the donation. Say, who you think is more lyrical than Cannabis? There's not many people, if any, that are more lyrical than Cannabis. It's just not many. And he's been doing it so long. The level that he's been at, that level. I ain't talking about how long you've been rapping. I'm not talking about, well, he's been rapping. No, rapping at that level. bro, you don't understand how hard that is to maintain. So if you hear cannabis 20 years ago, then if cannabis writes around today, he's still gonna be at that level. So it's not many, if any, that are more lyrical than him. That dude mind, he got a different kind of mind, bro. He really do. He got a different kind of mind, you know. And those who really understand. He got a different kind of mind. So that's a great question, man. Ooh, boy, y'all in here dropping bombs, man. Suzette says, because they know the first will be last and the last shall be first. Man, what y'all doing, man? K-Top said Rakim is more lyrical than cannabis. Okay, now, yeah. See that? Look, that's that level. That's, hey. Whoo, Rakim, man. Gosh. See, I'll say this about that topic. I'm gonna come back to what we own, since we don't went that way. I'm not gonna leave that alone. I'm coming back. So keep dropping them bombs. Thank you, K-Top. Because this is what I'll say. I will say that there is a special room that is reserved for only the top tier lyricists, period. And it's not many people in that room. It's not a lot of people in that room, bro. And when I say it's not a lot of people in that room, that means that it could be 50 to 100 people in that room. That's not a lot. So Rakim is definitely in that room. Cannabis is definitely in that room. And there are many others who are in that room. People who can only get. See, you got rappers that they can get, they about here. Then you got some that can, no, he's here. They get down up in here. You got some that he's a little bit high, he's here. But you got others that my hand ain't even on the screen no more. You got some that are so high up that altitude, those down here get dizzy in that altitude. They can't even break through they can't even get out of the atmosphere. The atmosphere to get to that point would burn them up. Capadonna. I never really heard Capadonna. But let's get back to what we was on. We're using their systems against ourselves when we should create our own. Yeah, absolutely. Or if we use their systems, let's use their systems to our benefit. Let's not be on social media being buffoons and fools, and let's not do that. Let's use the platforms to elevate ourselves. See? Let me see. Yeah, Joe, that's who in the room. Rakim, Cannabis, KRS-One. I don't like start naming names because I'm going to forget a bunch of people, man. See? We need to stop being afraid to study Elijah Muhammad's teachings and Farrakhan being the example of what you can be from being obedient to the blueprint and foundation that he laid for. Facts. Killer Priest. Oh my God. I got to collab with R.A. the Rugged Man. Me, Immortal Technique, and R.A. got a song together. I don't know when it's coming out, but yeah. Are there many 5%ers in Texas? Yes, a lot of 5%ers out here. I got friends that are 5%ers. Man, K-Top, appreciate that, man. RIP to the legend Biz Markie. Man. Let's give some love to Biz, man. Peace signs, power fists, whatever emoji you feel, man. to the great, legendary Biz Markie, man. Rest in power, man. Yeah, man. Get some love to Biz real quick. Let's give some shout outs and some love to Biz Markie, man. I was a real big Biz Markie fan in the late 80s into the 90s. Everybody knows the songs that Biz had. Just a Friend, Make the Music with Your Mouth. But my favorite Biz Markie song was a song that he had called The Biz Mark is Going Off. The Biz Mark is going off. I love that song. I might jam it tonight. I never formally met Biz Markie, but I was around him. I seen him in person once or twice. But I never met him. I was young. I never met him, never shook his hand and nothing like that. But I was around him once or twice. I was close to him a couple of times. Yeah, Texas G's. I'm familiar with Bobby Hemmett. Yeah. R.I.P. to the homie Biz. Okay. Yeah, so any more questions, any more things we want to get into? Y'all feel free. We got a few more minutes, man. Y'all hit the like button if you haven't already. Kenneth Young says, how long of a wait is a blessing in the burden? It won't be long this time. One time I had an album, it took about a month. This ain't gonna take it long. We'll be shipping in about a week. That's my estimation. We'll be shipping the physical copies in about a week. And around that same time frame, we will be you'll be able to get it on the digital platforms too. Straight up. What's up, CR Stocks? Joe H says, how's your tree doing? Joe, I moved, man. I moved, so I might pass by and check on my tree and see what's going on. But I moved, man. Love that tree. I'm gonna miss that tree. What about Bushwick Bill? R.I.P. to the legend Bushwick Bill. I did Bushwick's final interview. If y'all want to see it, go on my YouTube channel and just type in K-Rino Radio, K-Rino interviews Bushwick Bill. Y'all will see Bushwick's last interview was on my radio show. DMX, Shock G, Biz Markie, a lot of legends, man. A lot of legends. All right, man. If y'all got any more, let me know. If not, we can call it a wrap. I got anything else? So your tree inspired me to take the best care of my new house. Man, that's a blessing, Galen. Yeah, man, because that's life. That's life. I watched that tree start off, die, come back to life, die, come back to life. I brought that tree back to life with God's blessing at least 2 times for sure. That last time, he came back strong, but then we had that freeze in February. He had that big freeze in February, and he couldn't take it. He couldn't make it through that freeze, but he's coming back. Miles Mechanic, this open topic, so we can talk about anything. And what I'm getting ready to talk about now, y'all see Miles Mechanic, she asked me, she said, what would be your strategy to beat Icy Hot Score? Y'all familiar with Street Military, legendary rap group in Houston? One of the legendary members of Street Military is Icy Hot. And at my brother's studio where I recorded the Blessing and the Burden album, My brother has a Miss Pac-Man game in there. And Icy Hot has mastered that Miss Pac-Man game to where nobody can catch his high score. And right when I thought I was had a chance to get it, he bumped it up. And that's out of reach. Now nobody can get it. So I don't have no strat. I don't know how I'm gonna catch it. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. What y'all got, man? That's right. Blessings to you. Second more science question. I mean, to be honest with you, and to not be disrespectful to any, for me, the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad are enough for me. Because I feel like they encompass everything. That's not to say that we shouldn't study all bodies of knowledge, whether it be Noble Drew Ali, whether it be Marcus Garvey, whatever. It could be Malachi Z. York, whatever. I mean, it's nothing wrong with studying all bodies of knowledge. Nothing wrong at all. Because there's wisdom in everything. There's going to be something great that you can pull out of it all. But at the end, every individual is going to incorporate more of what works for them. They're going to start to embody what works more for them. And if it's more science temple, that's great. If it's Hebrew Israelite, that's great. If that's what makes you a better person. For me, like I say, the teachings of Elijah Muhammad that's like that covers everything. That's nothing that those teachings don't cover. That's just what it is. Hellraiser, appreciate the love, appreciate the donation. Thanks for saving me from a mental and spiritual hell, big brother. I owe you my stand. You don't owe me, but you owe God. I didn't do nothing. God saved you. He saved you from a mental and spiritual hell. You owe God your sanity. And you're not broke. You're not broke. If you spiritually rich, you rich. That other stuff will come if you keep your spirit lined up best you can. But anything that you heard me say that may have helped, that didn't come from me, bro. Don't give me the credit for that. All praises to the God for that one. I thank you. Yep. Miami, Florida. Yeah, Clarence Williams III. We lost a lot of legends that went under the radar. Stray Dog, what's up, man? What's up, Stray Dog? Child says, do you have any tips for aspiring lyricists you'd like to share? Yeah, man. I got a few. But guess what? I must tell you a few. But if you really want to know an in-depth detail as far as aspiring lyricists, go get my book. This book, Behind These Bars, bars being the lyrics. This is a teaching tool. My bad. Charles, that's your name. This is a teaching tool for anybody who wants to get their writing game up and understand how to write I let you into my thought process. I talk about the illusion, the myth of writer's block. Writer's block does not exist. There's no such thing as writer's block. I break down a lot of my songs and my lyrics and why I wrote it. I break down the bars and the structure of it, how I laid it out. All of these, you get this book, you'll be a better writer if you really read it and you study it. You'll be a better writer. So go to southparkcoalition.net. This will give you all the tips you need. It's 150 something pages. Go get that book, Charles, and your writing game. I'm certain that your writing game will improve. Yeah. Appreciate the love and support, man. Open topic. Got a few more minutes for a few more. If y'all haven't hit the like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, man. I'll be dropping a lot of life lessons. That's what I do mostly on my YouTube channel, along with music. So I want y'all to start tuning in a little more and get some of this game that your big brother be dropping on you. DJ Memphis Mix says, who's winning a Brother Lynch Hung and Gangsta Nip versus bout? Well, you can't really ask me that question, DJ Memphis, because Nip is my brother. I done seen, and you talking about a versus battle, but I've seen Nip in action face to face in actual battles. I have watched Nip break the soul. I've watched Nip snatch the soul from human beings before in battle, make people not even want to rap no more. But Brother Lynch is a legend and one of the greats in the hardcore genre, but Nip is the original. Nip is the original. But that's interesting though. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. K-Top, man, you own it, man. I was trying to get a sampler put together for the new album last night, but I couldn't catch up with my brother, K-Water. But I will have a sampler for the album up soon. If I don't get it up in the next couple of days, I'll just wait and just upload the album when it's time for it to drop. Kelvin Beasley, you can get a signed copy by ordering it from southparkcoalition.net and putting in a request, sending me an email as a reminder to sign your copy and who to sign it out to, and I'll take care of you. SL says, why don't you smoke weed? He's asking me why I don't smoke weed. When I was growing up, I never was a person who smoked weed. I never was a person who drank. I never was a person who smoked cigarettes. I just chose to not put anything, or would try to not put anything in my body that I felt is going to be detrimental to my body, outside of all of the junk food I was eating and the junk food that I still eat. That's my vice. Now, I know a lot of the people who, the strong weed advocates, will say, well, man, weed is medicinal. Weed has so many medicinal properties. But what you got to understand in this day and age also is that the weed that y'all smoking, that a lot of people are smoking, it's been stepped on. It's been tampered with. It's been chemically compromised. THC levels have been ramped up. And it's not the same weed. It's not cannabis in its pure form as it was, which does have medicinal and healing qualities in it. You know, I can't deny that. But this stuff that's out right now, it has been weaponized. It has been turned into a weapon, and it actually feminizes men. And it's targeting black men to feminize black men. And there's a lot of stuff in that weed and that dro and all, man, that stuff y'all smoking in a lot of cases It's not even marijuana. It's not even cannabis. It's just not. So I never smoked before all this was going on, before I had knowledge of all this, but it's just not something I choose to do, you know. Just not something I choose to do. I'm not being disrespectful to anybody that smoke. I got a lot of homies that smoke weed, and I don't judge any of them, without a doubt, because I got things I do that I that I wouldn't want people judging me for. But just because you don't do a thing doesn't mean you're better than somebody else who does. But you got to be very careful with today's weed. Got to be very careful, man. They got some stuff in it, man. They got some. And I know a lot of people say, "Well, man, I grow my own," and okay, make sure. Yep. A lot of people have smoked weed at my concerts. A lot of them. So Rock Judah said it's no longer just a plant. That's right. They are in labs messing with the weed. Gotta be careful. They are punking you out, punking men out with their weed, man. Marvin says, do you have any music with Muhammad 2G? First of all, Muhammad 2G, that's my brother from another. We've done some music together. I gotta think of some of the songs we did, some of the beats. He's made music tracks for me and stuff back in the days too. Another one of underrated legends. Let's see. Would you consider Hidden Agenda Part 2, Pedro? Again, that's like when people ask me about Grand Deception Part 2 and all that. You gotta understand. I make a lot of songs that are in that vein, in that type of category. They just have different titles. Telling on them. Songs like that are still hidden agenda type subject matter, just not under that title. Not on this album that I'm getting ready to drop. I don't have any of that type of stuff on this album. None of it. But on the one I'm dropping after that, I'm gonna go deep in this stuff like that. I got a song that will be on the next album. It's called Food Poison, and it's talking about how they use the food, how they weaponize the food, and I'm gonna speak about marijuana and all that in that. So be looking for that. None, not even one, because it's not that type of album. But be patient. Be patient. Need to make a song about how L Dub is doing now. We might bring her back. Might bring her back. Yeah. All right, man. I'll give y'all a few more minutes if y'all got anything else to go. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Much love from San Antonio. What's up, Greg? True Hip Hop Conscious. I'm gonna get a sample up for y'all soon, man. I appreciate the love. Time to I see you, Big Red. Yeah, if Hellraiser, real quick before I go. The song I did called Houston Is, dedicated to the city, I'm gonna do a remix. And I'm gonna get the homie Zero on that remix. I'm gonna get the homie Zero on that remix. Favorite book, Message to the Black Man. Texas G says you can never find God in the Bible, only in yourself. Well, that's your opinion. You can find God in multiple ways. You can find God in the gut. Depends on how it comes. A lot of people have found God in the Bible, bro. You may be speaking for yourself, and that's fine. But a lot of people have found God in the Bible. That's what that was their first introduction, or one of their first early introductions from to God through their parents or through mother, father, grandmother. It led them to the Bible. But it's no one individual's place to say where another individual can or can't find God. Never know. God is see, you can locate God in everything, even things that we think are bad. You can locate God in it. See? One love, man. I'll catch y'all later. It's your big brother K-Rino. I'm out.